morning, Rams, and welcome to the first K-Ram of the 2023 to 2024 school year. My name is Maddie Spooner.
And I'm Gavin Carter.
From here on out, K-Ram will be shown in your second period class every Friday, as we all adjust to the new schedule.
As far as school announcements, junior and senior girls, your Powder Puff fees are due the 15th of September and physicals are due the 22nd.
Also, if you purchase tickets for the Rained Out Color Dance, your money will be refunded shortly.
Some of our parking spots have gotten a colorful change over the past 2 weeks.
This year, our student council gave seniors the opportunity to paint their parking spots.
The seniors express themselves artistically as they start their final year at Rampart. You may have noticed a fun new change in some of our parking spots this year. Our Rampart Student Council has given our seniors the chance to personalize their individual spots with paint.
So senior parking spots and painting them specifically has always kind of been a thing that we've wanted to do. It's a very fun way to kind of make your mark on the school this year, and I also think it's just a really cool thing to have in the parking lot.
So senior parking spots painting has been a long-standing tradition at a lot of other schools, but it's never been done at Rampart. The coolest thing is they literally leave a physical mark on campus.
Places like Pine Creek and Liberty have done painting parking spots, and I know that a lot of Rampart seniors in the past years have felt left out, so I think it was a really good idea.
First of all, for the younger classes like juniors, sophomores, freshmen, to be able to kind of see that as you kind of grow up in school, you are able to have these fun opportunities.
You basically had to design your spot and put all the colors and everything that you wanted on it and put it on the paper and turn it in. We had to pay $25 for it and then buy a lot of paint.
What we had to do was go get a form from Miss Bailey, and then you had to design your parking space in full color and then get the parking spot approved and then paint your parking spot.
The event was a massive success for both the seniors and student council, despite a few setbacks along the way.
Painted the sun painting design from Tangled because it's my favorite movie.
The design I picked was an album cover called Cardboard Castles by this artist named Watsky, and I picked that design because that album was one of the very first albums I listened to as a high schooler.
As for challenges, just the approval and the money.
Yeah, so I honestly right now have a full note on my phone that has all the things that I want to do a little bit differently next year just to make sure that we're hitting all the right pieces.
Some of the challenges were trying to figure out how that we could give all the students the opportunity to have the spaces, but also that make sure that we weren't doing anything that was harmful to our school property. Next year, seniors can do it as well, and that this can be an ongoing tradition.
Senior parking spot has been just an absolute joy. I think kids, I've never seen such creative pieces before. It's been a really cool opportunity to connect with kids.
I think it's a good experience to have for your senior year and to be able to make that memory.
It's just such a cool thing to me to be able to go and see that kind of spirit that the school has.
The next time you're walking through our parking lots, take a look at some of our students' unique spaces. This has been Gavin Carter reporting for K-Ram.
Those parking spots look beautiful, Rams.
Some of the students in our science courses went on an expedition outside of the country this summer to visit the Galapagos Islands.
The trip allowed students to explore their scientific curiosity outside of the classroom. Over the summer, some students and teachers at Rampart High School were able to embark on a once-in-a-lifetime journey to the Galapagos Islands in Ecuador. About 25 students and 4 teachers traveled to the islands for 11 days. Kram decided to dig a little bit deeper on what the trip entailed.
So when I heard about the Galapagos, I was really excited because it had a lot of marine things there. So it went with what I wanted to do in my future, which was working with animals. So I was super excited to learn more about the animals that they had there.
For some reason, when I was 5 or 6, I ended up watching a documentary about the Galapagos, and David Attenborough is very persuasive. But also my mom was co-running the trip, and she teaches AP Bio and DP Bio and anatomy here, and so that was also just Darwin and the Galapagos have always been a very big thing in my family growing up.
From hiking mountains to swimming with sea lions, and even seeing the infamous blue-footed booby, the staff and students were extremely grateful for their time on the trip.
My favorite part would probably be the animals there and the culture, and especially getting to go salsa dancing and sightseeing the ocean and the mountains and everything.
I really enjoyed in the bay, when we went on a boat in the bay, we got to see the endangered species and the blue-footed boobies with the Galapagos penguins sitting on the rocks together. I thought that was really cool.
My favorite part of the Galapagos trip was honestly when we went snorkeling. It was super cool. We saw blacktip sharks, we saw sea turtles, all this cool stuff. So it was really fun for the kids to go out there and kind of have the freedom as well throughout the nights and stuff. Kids would be able to go out and see the different parts of Ecuador and all the cool parts it had to offer.
Not only did everyone make friends and see amazing sights, but they also gained knowledge and understanding from the rich culture and diversity in the country.
So while in Quito, before we went to the Galapagos, that is like longitude, latitude 00, and Quito means middle of the earth, which is a really cool fact that not a lot of people know.
And getting the chance to meet and build relationships with people that go to my school, like my peers, but that I wouldn't have really had an opportunity to know otherwise.
It was really awesome for me to kind of see, the different islands, the different species that they had there.
So we had a main tour guide that was there when we first got there, and then we first left, and then we had ones we got to Galapagos, and they were really awesome. They showed us a lot of like different facts about the islands that you couldn't get through maybe just like a touristy place.
Our tour leaders were just incredible. They were good last time, but Juan Carlos was just great. The fact that he organized us to be able to go salsa dancing was just incredible. And then I really enjoyed him bringing Sarah and her mom on the bus to talk to us about the native cultures. I thought that was really cool, just doing extra little things.
Juan Carlos was really awesome because he's from there, showed us a lot of indigenous things, and he just made it really fun.
We are glad that our fellow students made it home safely and had a memorable time on the trip. If you are interested in upcoming trips and tours, please be on the lookout for posters in the hallway regarding details of the trips. This has been Maddie Spooner, reporting for Kram.
We hope the students all had a great experience.
In sports, our football team beat Doherty last week 28-18, coming from behind in the first half to a decisive victory.
They weren't the only ones to win big. The volleyball team upset undefeated Palmer Ridge in the last set of the game.
With our volleyball season starting off strong, Kram took a look at our young varsity team this season.
After a string of highly competitive years, the Rampart volleyball team is rebuilding with a younger team this season. While they only have a few returning varsity players, the team chemistry is already strong, even including 2 talented freshmen that made the varsity roster.
It's fun and it's a fun experience. It is a little nerve-wracking, but you get over it.
It's kind of scary at first, but everyone's nice and it's a good community to I don't know, everyone's really nice and supportive.
Just because we have a really young team, it wasn't hard for our freshmen to fit in, and all of our seniors are super welcoming. We knew for this team to be successful, we all have to have team chemistry and build team chemistry. So us getting to know each other, we hang out during lunch, we do all kinds of stuff as a team. So I think they're fitting in well, and I think the kind of nervousness is over.
It's a pretty hard adjust, to be honest. It's basically most of our JV team was moved up to varsity, so it's definitely a different level of play, but I think we started doing a lot better.
The coaching staff makes no distinctions between grades, but instead they focus on key team areas.
I mean, it's really a team program, so we don't treat freshmen any differently than we do seniors and all the grades in between, but focus is definitely on skills. So we practice a lot, focusing on our positional groups, and once we do that, we get into our teams, work with our teams, but again, focusing on the basic skills now helps us in 2-3 years when our freshmen are juniors or seniors. We have a much stronger program then.
Athletes new to varsity have already gelled with the veteran team members. Both new and experienced players have set goals for themselves to have a strong year.
To run league, regionals, and then go to state.
To communicate more with everyone.
To get better and to get faster and stronger and to just be a good team player.
We have some new people on the varsity, and we're a basically new team, and I want us to just come together and have a good team dynamic so we can get far in our season.
Last week, the team upset the undefeated Palmer Ridge Bears 3-2, proving that this team has the talent to have a strong season.
That was really not expected, but overall it was a really good feeling.
Coach Bree was really excited too.
And we had a lot of energy, not a very big student section, but they'll work on that.
Turn out to the RHS gym and be rowdy on Saturday morning to support these varsity athletes as they face off against Thompson Valley at 1 p.m. This is Talon White reporting for Kram.
Best of luck to our volleyball team on all their future games.
Kram wanted to highlight the successes of our freshman first day event.
An amazing group of upperclassmen taught the new class what Rampart is all about.
You may have noticed some new faces around Rampart recently. On August 14th, the freshmen had their first day of high school. Every year, the freshmen start school a day before everyone else to get adjusted to their new school. Kram asked some of the freshmen how their first day went.
I really enjoyed like a bunch of the games we did out on the turf.
I got to know a lot of sophomores and freshmen.
Went outside to the turf field and we played like multiple different games. We played like duck, duck, goose. You had to balance a rod.
Peer leaders were other students who signed up to help the freshmen with their first day. Staff members were also there to make sure the day ran smoothly.
I think the day went pretty good. It was more organized than last year, I think, and it wasn't as chaotic.
I think the day was a really big success. You know, us as peer leaders had a really great time, but I also think the freshmen really enjoyed it.
I thought the day went really well. It was really exciting to see all of the freshmen in the building for the first time. It was really exciting to get to know them. Yeah, I thought it was our most successful one that we've had so far.
So I think freshman first day was super successful. We put a lot of work into it. So we start as early as the previous school year. We have an interest meeting with our upperclassmen leaders and kind of just gauge interest. We had about 100 people that were initially interested in it. So then over the summer, Dr. Graham, myself, and Miss Darris, we worked on all the plans. I mean, from executing like what went well last year, what did we want to change for this upcoming year. So I think overall it was a great opportunity. It was a great day. It seemed like the freshmen really liked it, and it seemed like our peer leaders, our upperclassmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors were super into it as well. I think one of the best things of the day was definitely just getting outside, allowing some like team bonding activities to happen. Having Paralympic skier Tyler Carter come in again for our third year was epic. He's the coolest. So basically, I think the day was just awesome. Seeing all the spirit, all of the blue and gold, all of the people who were here. We ended with over 100 peer leaders that signed up to cut their summer short. So overall, very successful.
The peer leaders also had some advice for the freshmen, and the staff that attended also seemed to enjoy the day.
The main advice would be to find your passion, you know. Once you find your passion, and you can pursue that here at Rampart in any of the classes or the communities that we have here.
Be involved, start getting involved like as soon as you can. Don't be afraid to go all out for like spirit days too, because it's more fun when you're involved.
Keep up with your assignments and don't get behind because it's not fun.
I think my favorite part of the day was learning all of the cheers with the freshmen. I had never done it before as a faculty member, and I don't think many of the other ones had either, and it was really like fun to see all of the other faculty members jumping and cheering.
My favorite part is always getting to know the freshmen and having them show up and show them what Rampart's really about and like the culture and stuff, and so they feel more comfortable on the first day when they come with all the upperclassmen.
That looks like it was a fun day, and welcome to all the new freshmen. This has been Malcolm Debates, reporting for Kram. Have a great year, Rams.
Welcome to all our freshmen. Rampart is the community that you belong in.
Thanks for tuning in to the first KRAM episode of the 2023-2024 season.
We look forward to bringing you stories that matter for the rest of this year.
That's all we have for this week, Rams. We'll see you next week.
This has been Gavin Carter
and Maddie Spooner, reporting for KRAM.
This opportunity to say when you guys were out of the room, Maddie said she wants to anchor every single KRAM for the rest of the year because she loves it so much.
Nose, balls, no.